So I'm going to show you a bit of an overview of the Google Arts and Culture app. When you first open it up, there's a homepage which gives you a few feature stories and then a pocket gallery, currently on Vermeer, and the infamous art selfie, which will show you your doppelganger, and then a few more featured stories. There are three other buttons at the bottom. There is Explore, Nearby, and Profiles. So next we'll try Explore. This can give you some highlights once again of stories, and then you've got categories where you've got artists, medium, art movements, historical events, historical figures, and places. We can also scroll down to collections which are held by the partner organisations. And then next we're going to check out Nearby. The Nearby brings up a map of where you live or where you're currently located. Fortunately, you can't change this location, and tells you the museums or exhibitions that are close to you. It's telling me that the Musée d'Ethnographie de Neuchâtel is the closest, followed up with the Olympic Museum in Lausanne, and then we've got the Kunsthaus in Zurich. And while I know there are more museums, so it's not a great way to search. This is my profile, which I've set up. It's just with my Gmail account, and you can basically create lists or favourite items to read later. And you can also create galleries from the items that you've favourited. So you can see there that I've got Franz Marc prints and Felix Vallotton prints. Back home again, and I'm going to go back to explore. Now I'm planning a trip to Lyon in France, just across the border from Switzerland. So I'm going to go to Places. And it brings up all the countries initially on the very first tab, and the second tab is A to Z of places in terms of towns. So we'll scroll across to L for Lyon. And you can see it is alphabetical. So for me to scroll down to LYON, it's going to take me quite a while. But this gives you an idea of the number of objects which are in each place. Some have a lot, some only have a few. It's a much easier function to search is to go up to the search button at the top or magnifying glass and type in Lyon. And this will bring up all the things related to Lyon. So you've got Treasures of Lyon, which is a project, Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon. I'm going to select the Lyon town itself. So it comes up with an overview from Wikipedia, which you can condense or enlarge. And the 4 collecting institutions that are in partnership with the Google Arts and Culture app, which is the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon, Musée de Confluence, Biennale de Lyon, and Opera de Lyon. There's a story relating to Lyon, and then there are the items that relate. There's street views as well as collection pieces. But be aware, not all of these are actually located in Lyon. They could be just related to Lyon, or basically they have a tag of Lyon. So for example, this flying fish, I guess you could call it, is published in a book, and it is actually held in the Queensland Museum. But the tags on the entry are France and Lyon because the book itself was published in Lyon. Gives you recommended or related objects as well to look at. So that's something to be careful of. You can't really make a list of objects you want to see. I thought perhaps when I did my gallery of Felix Vallotton, but they were located all over the world. They weren't all in one place. So it's something to be careful of when you're favoriting things, perhaps to go on visit. It doesn't necessarily work. So there is another way to view. You can go to the menu, the 3 lines at the top. This is probably a better way to search. We'll go down to, this is my Gmail account. As I said, you don't need to be logged in to your Gmail account. You can use it without an account. So we're going to go down to collections. And this comes up with, first, all the collecting institutions who are linked to the Google Arts and Culture, partnered or linked to the Google Arts and Culture app. Then you've got A to Z by collection. And once again, it's there's the ABC across the top, but the best feature I think is the map. And here you can see it will list global map of the collections around the world that are partnered to the Google Arts and Culture app. Some have a lot, some only have a few. So let's zoom into Lyon. And you can see down the bottom, it is showing up show for partners. Zoom in a little bit closer and it'll show us exactly their locations. So you can do one of two things. You can actually click on the little icons, but if you've got big fingers like me, it's probably easier just to click show the 4 partners at the bottom. So I'm going to look at the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon because that's somewhere I would like to visit. Once again, it gives you an overview. That just shows opening hours, so I'll go back to collection. These stories relate, which can give you, this is a themed route through the gallery based on women, or there's one on nature, and flowers and heroes, etc. So that would be quite interesting if you went and you actually took that route. Then there's the categories within the collection. So you've got oil paint, Lyon, France. Same as what we had before with the collection pieces. Then you can do Google Street View so you can look at the garden. You can go in a gallery, the rooftop, which looks really interesting. And it works just like Google Street View. You can see it's a beautiful image. It's actually twilight in Lyon when they filmed this. And it gives you a view from the roof of the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Lyon. But I know for a fact there are more museums in Lyon, and I'm a little bit disappointed that they're not listed. I know there's a contemporary art museum. I also know that there is a textiles museum. So, and they're not listed because they're not in partnership. So it's not a total go-to place just yet for planning a holiday around museums. Back here, which I think I could have accessed it from the other place, there's the project Treasures of Lyon. And this is a project which was in collaboration with a blogger. And there's a little video of her. It's in French with English subtitles. But once again, she only visits the places that are in partnership with Google Arts and Culture app. There's nowhere else that she really visits.